let's talk about it. This is your boy, the Black Kelly, Silverado LeVar Helmets in the house, man. We here at the Me Too Marketplace here. I forgot the damn address, that damn thing.
And they came to jump us.
We at 7451 West Madison in Forest Park, Illinois. Feel free, ladies, to come down here. We got all kind of dashikis.
African artifacts.
We got Ubuntu's face masks with face clips and stuff like that. We got booty implants.
They don't know you after that.
Booties matter.
And we got the mechanic. We got an on-call mechanic to help fix that shit. Alright, so come on down here. We got a lot of good stuff. See my girl Shatima here. She runs the space, black-owned business.
I know that's Black girl magic.
Black girl magic.
She the game member, y'all. Watch her.
Hey, we doing something to do. I'm gonna show y'all the audience.
Let us know the pants. Y'all see it?
Man, you might have to let me borrow that on vacation. All angles.
For your steak, baby.
Right. You check on her?
So, I had to put them on screen first. Because what we're about to say here tonight, if I come away with any scars,
they know who did it.
It'll be the black version of the insurrection.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, with that being said, so
Rico, what up?
We got Mr. Big Ten, Mr. Northwestern, Mr. Wildcat himself. Devil knows own, Tim Young is in the building.
Man, I am ready for the playoffs are starting today. We here.
To my left, we got the man, the one and only, the ghetto Tupac.
I gotta be there.
Ooh.
Because she dream about you, man, but that's a whole other story. You know what I'm saying? She want to be with him, but she with Will right now. Eric Fuskill is in the building.
Hey, women just spoke that day, B.
My kinfolk.
And then all the way on my far left, we got the janky one.
Janky no more.
Man,
My twin.
Rocket is in the building.
Oh, you got to take. Read the shirt. You make sure y'all know. The most important piece on the board is the key.
With that being said, check us out. Spotify, iHeartRadio. We got everything going right here, right now. We go YouTube. So we giving this a live audience feel, live show on YouTube right now. So this is groundbreaking things right now.
True story.
In the words of Corey C.L. Crockett, this West Side story will be told.
Out west, you said it wrong.
We here. It's out west story.
Will be told.
So, I'm going to ask everybody before we get started.
Yeah.
How you guys' days? How you been?
Man, it's been great. Weekend been good, you know.
I just got off tour. Don't. You just got off tour, bro. Yeah. You left us.
It's been wonderful, man. You know, it's the Easter weekend, so you know a lot of families together and everything. But you know, as always, being back with the fellas, being back with my squad, man, this is gonna be.
Did you have a good Friday?
I had a great Friday. I was like Q, man. It was a good day. I had a triple double.
Wait a minute. Did Lexi had a triple double?
You hear me?
What's up, Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
I mean, you know, weekend was pretty good. Last weekend was epic. We was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We went down there, fucked shit up and left. You know what I'm saying? Took care of business. You feel me? And this weekend, doing this show, got these lovely ladies right here that we about to smoke.
AK gang number.
Tomorrow, be having dinner with my family. Like, everything was lovely, man. You know? How your weekend was?
Yeah.
My twin.
Yeah, I started a lot of trouble this week. Definitely went to, shout out to Drizz B. Nick. He invited us to come down to Detroit for R&B and lyrics. They didn't come to Chicago this year, so if y'all ever get a chance when they come, trust and believe it's an event for you. Bun B actually was the headliner for Detroit, and when I tell you they got artwork, I mean mainly by a lot of black artists too, pictures. Like if you go on my Facebook, Instagram, you gonna see it all. I'll tell you they got some work. And yeah, the infamous slap. But today, no fucks given. Somebody getting this word. Somebody it in this word.
It's funny that you said that because we finna jump right into the topic right now.
That's right.
Wow.
Hold on, can we have a moment of silence real quick?
Oh, shit.
Absolutely.
About to get real.
In the name of shit, amen.
Amen.
That's right.
All right, so with that being said,
You smoke. I would have acted like my shit up.
got a question for you guys.
That's right.
A couple weeks ago, we had a nice little bombshell at the Oscars.
Right.
We've all, as fellas, we have different opinions about this, mainly because of how it made black men look, how it made black people look. Okay? But there's layers, there's levels to this, dysfunction. And I've always said we got to worry about us and focus on us before we attack us, before we accuse of anybody else and how they treat us and how they approach us. Okay? So, my question is, what the hell is we doing with love? Because that's a deep thing. Understand the game. You play the cat and mouse game in terms of courtship, finding that special one, and in some cases, playing around and having fun. Being young. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to get you guys' feedback. What the hell is we doing? What's wrong with us where it turns into such a struggle, and it's like people actually lose themselves in this stuff. So before I go in, because I know it kind of dead. Let's go. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first.
My twin.
Ho is life. Yeah, Ho is life. So, shout out to my cousin Nisha Boo. Yeah, she about to get married though.
Oh,
So
damn.
it's crazy because she's still a gangster with it. But yeah, Ho is life. That's what I was told. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh my God.
Any rebuttals? Talk to my lawyer.
Hey, check it out. I'm a back up what he just said, right? In a song that I have with my man Max Julian, which is streaming on all platforms, called Westside Steppers, I literally say the lines, "Ho is life, shorty, don't let it define you, and never get that pussy up for free. Here's a reminder, make them niggas pay you, bitch. Use it to your benefit. If you doing dicks, might as well get something out of it."
My man.
Wait a minute.
I said that.
And I can play
Wait a minute.
after the podcast.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that damn song.
Here's the story. Here you go.
Like I said, I will play it after the podcast. So, let's go ahead.
I would say
I was just
that.
playing about the Ho.
I would
That was
say it's redefining yourself. Like I think whenever a man come into like a part of his life where he think he's figured out what a woman is expecting from him and what she's looking for in him, and when that don't work, now you gotta like, okay, well that didn't work. I thought it did. Now I gotta kind of redefine myself. You know what I mean? Maybe if I was this nice guy that's opening doors and you got played or things didn't work out. Now you're like, okay, well let me be a little bit more tougher. Or let me throw myself more into work. And I just feel the reason why, like to answer your question, that I feel that love, what's going on with love, it's no consistency in the expectation of what both men and women are looking for from each other. I believe that women are growing and just really kicking ass, man, in the way they're.
Shit, they ain't got time for love. You talking about them type of love?
Yeah, no, I mean,
they ain't got time for love. They out
here.
here.
You got time for every
You
day.
can't do shit for me. You forgot what Kim said?
Yeah, they don't like it when you real nice.
Yeah, and I think that's the point I'm making. If you somebody that's
Will Smith,
and that's what you're getting now. You got to change the way you think. You feel like, okay, I thought this was the right way, but this don't work because these independent women aren't looking for the type of love that I want to give or that I have. They're looking for something else.
You being nice. Sometimes you just gotta leave it as a screw.
Yeah,
Screw and keep it moving.
No, I personally feel like
They enjoy themselves. You enjoy yourself.
If I don't have the
Keep it
to be
moving.
with a woman, I'm not gonna be with her.
That's a stress reliever.
I'm not gonna waste my time. I wouldn't be like Will. She wouldn't have been at the Grammys with me anyway, or the Oscars. She wouldn't have been there.
Man.
She wouldn't have been there with me.
We're gonna get to that. Hold on, we're gonna get to. Go ahead,
I don't hold on to stuff that don't work.
Nah.
So, but we keep redefining ourselves.
I ain't
and
defining nothing.
We can't stick with like what we feel is gonna work.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? Trying to find like what fit us.
I got you.
Fit this con. No, I'm just.
I've always said this last to the shit.
I got that Magnum suit.
So when you asked me this question, what the hell are we doing? I summed up and said, everybody's in the get yours game.
What do you mean by that?
Like, okay.
I feel a long-winded question coming.
You asked the question. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
You got 5 minutes.
Oh no, the way you gave shout outs, I got more than
Man, that's the show. Shit.
So number one, it's no fact. Y'all ladies already know men want sex out the gate. Us as men, we already deem y'all want money out the gate. That's an assumption that we come in the door already looking for.
Why we gonna get jumped to that?
I'm gonna let you finish though.
Y'all so off the mark.
Now that's one part. Now I'm saying I'm talking about we ain't even gotta talk to you. It's an automatic assumption.
Right.
We already
He
know
basically
this.
saying like that's what we're assuming about each other without even knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Nonverbal communication.
Exactly.
Y'all look at us like, oh, nigga, you just want some.
You supposed to take care of us. That's what you saying?
Entitlement.
Now,
I feel it.
Now, if you ask me what love is, I'm always going to say this all day, every day. It's a misunderstanding between two fools.
You sound like you 70 when you say
Damn,
that.
Well, you know,
That's actually slick,
you know, I
though.
talk to old people, and when the person I talk to
That's
said
slick.
this,
I like that. That's slick.
he told me that made a lot of sense. And he gave me,
understandable.
I was going with it. He gave me a very thorough explanation.
What was that explanation?
Love exists, bro.
That's what I'm today.
Love exists.
Okay.
Love definitely exists.
So
I would agree with that.
now, the third part and the final part is the previous generation really fucked this up because they taught us how to be so strong we don't know how to show weakness and open up and let somebody in.
Agree.
Y'all
That's
agree?
a good
Y'all
one.
agree?
That's some good.
That's a fact.
You sure can.
All right, hold on. Before we go,
He long-winded. Hold
before
on.
we go, I gotta flip it on. Who got the question?
I just want to put this out there for context so we can understand the panel and your background. You gave your names and everything, but do you mind sharing your age? Because I think that helps put things in perspective. Because when you see as, you know, generations or whatever, okay, what generation is you? I don't know. You're a very handsome man. You might carry your age well. So if you don't mind disclosing that. And then the other thing is that I feel that astrology and zodiac does also helps put things in perspectives. If you don't mind sharing what zodiac sign you are as well, that'll be
Let
great.
me go first.
And marital status.
No.
That's it, girl.
Y'all not
Those
finna
three.
jump.
Want a lot of
I see how this
information,
going.
man, like-
Those three.
Tony,
With the panel, I think we should know
Hold
with
on.
the panel. We need more.
Hold on, like,
Yeah.
hold on, like, I know this young lady very well. First of all, we're not at a business meeting. I know how you coming, so we're gonna get on your ass.
No, it's not about a business meeting.
I know it.
You're
You can't
she
very
just
professional.
said it real nice. What we really want to know is how old y'all asses is and what y'all say.
Nah, that's what we want to talk
Like,
about.
giving us your perspective, we gotta understand where you're
I'ma
coming
go first.
from. Like,
How old do you think I am?
oh my God! Now, if you want to play this,
Nah, just ask it.
all of you all look extremely handsome and well. I don't want to.
That wasn't a number. That wasn't a
Okay,
number.
I'm 41.
Look at that.
Damn it! All right, so
Ladies
you're
first. See, I got it
probably
out of there.
around my age, maybe, or younger.
This is
Okay,
a
damn.
prime example of what I was talking about. We too
Well,
damn
everything
stone
gotta
cold
be-
just for our own good. I'm
Everything
gonna sit
gotta
there
be.
and answer the
Thank
question.
you. Why everything
Okay,
gotta
I'm
be
41.
difficult?
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
41.
60.
Hold on,
Y'all
I'm
fine?
41.
Y'all happy?
All right, so
Fine.
I'm an 80s baby through and through.
I'm lying.
And your zodiac.
What was
What's your
that?
sign?
And marital status.
I'm an Aquarius.
So am I.
I'll cut
Okay.
your water off real
Okay,
quick.
how old are
They
you?
gonna be arguing. I see how this
How
about
old
to
are
go.
41.
41.
41
Okay.
in Aquarius.
In Aquarius.
Go ahead, Lack. Cause
Oh, are you single or married?
I am divorced.
Divorced.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'm single. I make long walks on the beach.
only Lack.
That's another reason.
I like grapes being fed to me.
You a
I'm a
king. You
Sagittarius.
should.
She's trying to shoot. She's Steph Curry. Like, you know, Steph Curry.
Shoot from the hip.
7, 3, 5.
See, a little more contacts, connections. Okay, go ahead.
Y'all getting it in up here. My name is Eric. I'm an Aquarius, of course. I'm the big homie. I'm older than all these cats.
Big bro.
I don't really tell my age to women unless I'm gonna sleep with them.
Okay.
Well, what?
Yeah, big bro.
Just know that I'm the big homie.
Okay.
Not married, never been married, don't want to get married, don't care about marriage.
Oh shit.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Let me check.
60-year-old, save the oldest
said
for
it.
last.
I don't want to get married.
Yeah.
I don't.
40 Sagittarius.
My twin.
Inconclusive. That's my story.
Complicated.
Inconclusive. That's no, I guess it in. Decent out here. That's it. Read the hat. Read the
Thank you,
hat.
gentlemen. Thank you.
And this is the person that asked the question.
Thank you, gentlemen.
41.
And she Aquarius.
40.
though.
Don't start that.
And
Oh, I'm a
Aquarius.
Sagittarius. Yeah, we
Yes.
assholes by nature from what y'all say. Whatever, doesn't matter. I love all y'all. She the game member. She security. We see how this setup goes. I see how it goes
Mighty
already.
quiet over there. You
Yeah,
gotta
she
watch
got,
her.
and she got a big brown bag. Man, I don't trust
not a
her.
word.
I don't trust her.
I'm not going to say
She
nothing.
ain't
I
even
don't trust
smiled yet.
I'm talking about she. I'm talking about she gonna take care of me.
Okay.
What's next, Bob?
So with that being said, I mean, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to cover here. So we're gonna go back into the Will and Jada thing for a second because we really haven't had the chance to be on.
What up, AG?
Happened.
In contact.
I wanted to go ahead and get you guys' opinions about that whole situation as well as the audience.
Which one?
About just the whole thing because we haven't met.
Can I go first?
Since the whole thing.
Absolutely.
I gotta go first.
And I said, Jada has ruined marriage for all the young ladies out here moving forward. And I will go in depth last when we get down this line.
Let me go first
And
with
I
this.
just say, please don't cut me.
Nah, hey, you on your own. Number one, my personal opinion, I felt like black men across the world, that slapper for all of us because on stage we was on. I feel like he could have handled that very different. You know, you got to think, you got black production doing it for the first time. You up for the biggest night of your life and you won. And you slapped that man. So you disrespected the person who you played in the movie. You disrespect yourself. Your wife sent you off in a sense. But you had to protect her. I understand that as well because there's two sides to it. And me personally, after seeing what she ended up saying the following week, like he didn't have to do that, that further let me know Will Smith is with a toxic individual. Do y'all agree? Hold on.
Agree.
Do y'all agree? Do y'all agree? Brother, it's all right. I understand what you're going through. I think that, me personally, I think that'll help Will Smith out because we had two great men on that stage that night, and I feel like we took an L as a black men in our community. So that's my 2 cents. Read the shirt.
All right, Black King.
Read the shirt. Read the shirt.
Hey,
More support, G. You heard that, Jada?
All right.
His
I
approach will be
agree
different.
with a lot of what Corey said, but I don't think Chris Rock should be approaching Will Smith for a
Facts.
goddamn thing.
Facts.
You're not gonna slap the shit out of me and think I'm gonna come to you. That ain't gonna happen. I'm still a man at the end of the day. Either I'm gonna have to slap you the fuck back with my square or
But
something.
y'all know what I meant
So
by
with
that.
that being out of the way, I think Jada is probably the lousiest woman I've ever seen in my life.
Fine as hell.
No, she's not really, bro.
Yeah, I like that. Jada, nice.
Pop with that bald ass head. I'm
Oh,
sick.
damn.
I'm sick. I don't care about this aloe vera,
Alopecia.
whatever the fuck she got.
It's called alopecia.
Same thing.
Alopecia, pink
But anyway,
Really?
spaghetti dishes.
Let me
It
turn
doesn't
my
matter. She
pick
bald
mine.
head.
Somebody who do got alopecia. But go ahead,
Uh-oh.
finish your comment.
no offense to the people with alopecia. I feel like she used that as like a sympathy card. Like, you know, and at the end of the day, don't nobody care about that. But I just feel like, you know, she's a lousy lady. I feel like Will Smith is chasing the ghost of Tupac.
Facts.
He's admitted.
I don't think he was ever the man for her.
Facts.
August was. No, go ahead.
Nah.
Hey, you know, and a lot of people be like, Well, you know, they got an open marriage, and Will Smith was doing his thing too. The difference is, if Will Smith was doing his thing, his shit never got out.
Facts.
His woman is smart enough not to run her fucking mouth like this little nigga, August Alsina, who she was sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? But
We all watch Five Heartbeats.
I just feel like she's a lousy lady, man, and Will Smith was bogus for that slap. And he should apologize to him in person. And I think Chris Smith should get his lick back.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Same thing.
That slapped his name.
I think he should get his lick back one way or another. Get his lick back.
It's two things that I took from that whole incident, and I know this is like the first time we got to talk about it as a group since it's happened. Number one, I agree with everything that's being said so far. I think that Will Smith took the shine not only away from himself winning in 30 years of his career, but the story was about the resilience of Serena and Venus and their family.
And Questlove won the Academy.
Questlove won the Academy.
We
Steph
didn't know
Curry
about
and Shaq won an award that night.
Took a lot
thing that they did.
took a lot from them.
It was a black production, as CL pointed out. And
I didn't even know none of this.
And Samuel L. Jackson
Will
won
Packer.
Academy for supporting actor, something like that. So all those things got overshadowed because of a decision that Will Smith made.
He's a good guy though. So
He's
right,
a
that's one
great guy.
mistake. So I
He
get
just
it.
had a mental breakdown. But also, I think what also gets overshadowed was Chris Rock as a black man, how he handled that situation. He didn't retaliate. He didn't go to the car, get the pistol up at the circle or nothing like that.
At the circle.
He didn't do none of that. He continued doing his job or whatever.
Kept the show going.
And kept the show going.
Yep.
You know, while Will Smith was, you know, in an emotion, in a mental state that he was in. So I think that also gets overshadowed.
Let me ask you something. Like, do you think it was staged? Because a lot of people think it was
No,
staged.
that was not staged.
hell no.
I really think he slapped five.
That was a mistake.
And he caught a Muhammad Ali moment. Like,
Yeah.
I should.
Before I pass it to Va, I just want to kind of talk about something that Ush talked about when he was doing the Tupac thing. I think that during the time when Will Smith got with Jada Pinkett, a lot of women during that 90s era wanted that like rougher, kind of edgy type of guy. You know what I mean?
Pepper said it. She liked the church.
Yeah, but Will Smith, his type of style guy,
She didn't like him.
wasn't popular back then. Like now, you see Russell Wilson, you see Sierra, like she's happy with that type of. Right, but you see, but nowadays, them type of guys is more accepted than it was 30 years ago.
That's after the damage been done. Hold on. The damage been done first, though.
Russell gonna get checked.
That was a good point.
Russell gonna be chasing. He gonna be chasing the future.
No, he's not. When she was with Future, she was in VIP in Magic City in Blue Flame.
Yeah.
She with Russell. She best friends with Obama and Michelle. Even with Obama and Michelle with Russell, but she was with us at Blue Flame.
She eats wings, but she still smashes.
Nah, she
Pepper Lou.
She want that crystal ball.
Come on, Bob. Come on.
Russell Wilson told Baby Future, all your brothers and sisters is gonna go to college free on me. That's a boss move.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
When you think Sierra want that, man, stop playing, bro.
Okay.
Anyway.
Like this.
Time will tell.
We'll tell them. Go ahead.
I agree with that.
Alright. Ooch, I'm gonna ditto what you said about Jada being just
Lousy.
the fucking worst.
I mean, everybody agreed, though, too.
First of all, here's
didn't
something
agree.
about toxic people.
You can't wait to get on this mic.
This thing about toxic people. You don't want to be accountable for shit. You didn't want to get married, but yet you walked down the aisle and said, "I fucking do."
Security. She leveled up. She married Will Smith. Did we just say that?
Things, and it go back to a person in the audience said about how black men don't feel love unless we have some kind of money or something going for ourselves.
It's called security.
This is a prime example. And I'm gonna tell you something. In Jada's mind, like you said, Will's like he's chasing and living in the shadow of Tupac. Tupac would have done that shit.
Tupac definitely would have probably slapped somebody. You know how well he was. Yeah, him and Suge Knight would have got on Nation business.
Backstage, though.
Big cigar. Yeah, Tupac handling that.
Pac wouldn't went for that
Sent them
shit.
off.
You know what I'm saying? But then, if you ever looked at the whole video, and trust me, I have about 80 times already.
He was laughing.
He was laughing at first. Everybody was laughing except for one individual.
Who was that?
You already know who
Jada.
that is.
But somebody just made a good point.
I know, hold on. If everybody here who knows my character know I don't use the B word unless it applies. Everybody was laughing except for that bitch.
But somebody just made a good point though. Hold on, Bob. Hold on.
Okay.
Somebody just made a good point. So you gotta look at her mother. Shout out to Mo. She said you gotta look at her mother. Her mother been married like 5 times. So maybe that can be.
I don't fall far from the tree. So they say.
Words to the word right out my mouth. Go ahead. But I just thought
Now
I'd say.
now we're gonna go somewhere deeper with this one because this is where I always say women go wrong at is they overplay the dazzle in distress card.
What the hell you mean?
Damsel in distress.
Dazzle in distress.
Damsel in
She's in
I want to make sure.
man
I want
supposed
you
to come save her.
Right.
Okay.
Hands on the strap.
Okay. I want to make sure you saying what I
They've
thought you
been
said.
putting this on TV and condition men thinking that we're supposed to do that for the longest before you can even hear words coming from the TV set. And it was just a visual. Okay? Like you said, systematic, it's the system, how we always go back. So they do that, they paint that picture. Chris Rock and cracks a joke. She wasn't in fear of her life. Probably the only thing that was
Sexually assaulted.
Which if you go to any comedy show and they get on your ass,
And you sitting in the
your
front.
feelings gonna be hurt. But guess what? Don't nobody go up there and just stop no comedians. Okay?
He actually laughed before this.
Now,
Shoot that boy out.
now I go back to that because in general courtship, we'll meet a chick randomly. We'll exchange numbers. I'm talking about today's time. She's smiling because she know where I'm gonna go with this. I almost guarantee you within the first 48 hours, she's got some kind of struggle going on in her life where she needs help. She plays that card early. Think about it. I'm saying, think about it. She plays that card early. Jada plays that card on the public sense.
Wow.
He got a point.
Go to the audience. Go to the audience.
Come on.
I am not done yet.
Hurry
Wait a
on.
minute.
Go to the audience.
Wait a minute.
I need to know.
Wait a
I
minute.
want to know where you meet
Wow, so
these
you got
chicks
some-
at, and in 48 hours they struggle.
Hold on. So when we go
Good point,
here,
Cassandra. Good point.
hold on. When we go to the audience, we're going to have some accountability. I'm not saying it's you per se. I'm saying if I'm ever speaking in percentages, understand that these women exist. And just like us men, like we know some fuck boys out here. We got to take that shit on the chin because we know they exist. So being respectful, acknowledge that these women exist. They are feminine. They are females. And that talks one up against you guys. So we have a certain thought, just like you guys have certain thoughts about men that's negative. Some of y'all have a tendency to say all men. So we have that same right. To the audience, we
Definitely
go.
go west.
No, I never said
The floor is yours.
Who wants to go first?
Say your name,
Rebuttal.
your age, your marriage status.
I'm Jamelia. I'm 41. I'm divorced. I got 3 kids. And I don't need a nigga for shit. My question is this.
right.
Grab
Where
it
are you meeting these women that in 48 hours, they don't even know your damn date of birth, and they telling you, I'm struggling with my light bill. What do you mean is this on the subway? Like, what caliber of woman are you meeting, and where are you at meeting? And then what does that say about your caliber of man?
Facebook groups.
Well, you on Facebook, look where you at, and you probably in bitches getting married. You in that group and somebody shows you their ass, an ass pic, you like, you bad. And my light bill need to be paid.
Hold on, I got a rebuttal to that though. Hold on. I got.
And her light bill need to be paid.
I got a rebuttal to that
Go
though.
ahead.
What about the women that love and seek that type of attention though? Too?
Ooh,
And we
yeah.
get
Oh,
it
they
from-
exist.
Yeah.
They
So
everywhere.
for a woman like you, a woman like that make y'all look bad too.
Absolutely. I agree.
And you know what?
Nah, in the sense, it does. Yeah, man, it does make you look. It don't make you look bad.
Like you like say,
Don't make you look bad.
tempted my eyes.
It makes women in general look bad.
But I'm saying, I can say you women out there that got ass and hips too. Why don't y'all look at them?
Facts.
Looking at what?
So my thing is that why the conversation
Nothing on
always
in
got
there.
to be towards women that is asking for money and all this
Yeah.
stuff like that. Not all women that got ass and hips, they look good.
Looking
It's
to be
asking
taken
for
care of.
money.
It's a couple of men here with
Hello.
good dating percentages.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my.
Tony, any
And she got
rebuttal?
a good damn job.
Look,
Don't be LeVar.
when I get asked what do I do for a living a man at that point feels like he can't even continue to have a conversation with me.
I get it.
Okay.
How long we been friends? Wait a minute. How long we been friends?
Come on, Tony.
Let me get $20.
They intimidated.
Some of them.
You said something about women going out. Every time I go out, I pay the bill. In fact, sometimes I pay the whole table's bill.
What are you doing tonight?
So,
Wait a minute. You're not going to do this today.
After party on
You're not going to do this today.
and I agree that
Don't let
Jada's
Tony lie to
toxic.
y'all.
I agree. But I also understand that everyone has a journey. Everyone has a testimony. You get what I'm saying? There was things that I dealt with in my life, and my hurt probably led me to develop some toxic ways. And I had to heal from that. And I did the work, and I did what I had to do. But I understand as a black man, it's hard out here for y'all. It's hard.
Thank you, sir.
When you all make these statements and about these women, you have to understand. First of all, I never say all men nothing because I know that's not fucking true. Exactly. I know it is some amazing, phenomenal men out here, and yes, I'm waiting for God to bless me with one. Okay, and I'm unmarried.
I got my
I'm 41. I'm a president and CEO of 15 healthcare facilities, and I just opened up my own business with my daughter. Okay, and I have a whole lot more that I want to achieve. I was the first black African American president CEO in the healthcare industry, and I did it at 40. I have 2 degrees, and I got pregnant at 16.
No excuse.
Pregnant at 16.
No excuse.
Pregnant at 16. No excuse. And the father of my child was murdered. Okay?
Black
So
man
you looking at someone from Inglewood who done slept in cars, who done been fucking homeless, who done tried to kill herself not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times. So when you talk about women, and you got to understand that's not all of us. And you got to understand there's women like us who have some stories and some testimonies who are ready to love. And we in this fight just like y'all. Just like y'all.
But I got a question though. I got a question though.
I'm ready. What?
Why he bust your windows out the back, yo, G?
Exactly.
Why? What you do to that man?
This is the thing. You gotta
Don't mess with
understand. See, when you're dealing with women such as someone like me and all these beautiful women here, you gotta understand is that I don't have to do the simple things like I can plant little seeds and see if you're gonna bite on it. So what I did was I planted a little story about how I was concerned about me parking my new Jeep Wrangler where I was residing at the time. Someone's gonna bust out my window. Why coincidentally, literally a couple weeks later, my back window got busted out. Because he was trying to get me to convince me that where I was staying it wasn't safe because he wanted me to move in with him.
Wow.
Now,
that was slick.
That was
real slick.
Now,
but who paid for the window to get fixed?
Guess what? I would have had my window fixed on the day, but it was Martin Luther King Day and everything was fucking closed. So the next morning at 8 o'clock, my brand new Jeep Wrangler $800 window was replaced within 45 minutes. And guess what? He felt a certain type of way.
Because you paid for it?
Because I did it all on my own. I didn't need him to find me a place to go get the window done. I didn't text him.
Play Jazz was selling for him.
Can I have $800? No.
Let me
ask you
one more question.
He feels a certain type of way
you
about
think
me
he insecure? You think he's insecure about what you got going on?
I
There's so many words. That's why I sound like what you're saying.
I hope you're not fucking with him.
I'll let the public make a decision.
I think you just got some good coochie. But next, go ahead. You got some good coochie.
What made him do it? That's the underwrite.
Yeah, that was an overlay for
I
me.
like that play this one. No, you just fuck the shit out of her.
Put that thing on.
Right, you see how she tried to sweeten it up?
Put some in the spaghetti.
You gave some good coochie.
Nah, you did. She ain't fooling us. She put that thing on you, bro. You gotta go get that fixed.
Any nigga that'll bust your window to make you move with him? Come on, man.
That's that what you call
ooh. I'm a phenomenal woman. Why? Because he knows my work.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Tony, you put that thing on. I feel sorry for you, brother. Run, brother, run.
Hey, you know what?
Good coochie is dangerous.
Question, but we got
Damn, what up, Stan?
Okay. And I'm glad
So I'm Kareem right now then.
Yeah.
So Kareem brought it to your attention.
Ladies, do you feel like your vagina is money and that every dude that comes that way has to pay?
Some type of.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand
Spaghetti,
the logic of if you want to cross the bridge, you got to pay the toll. I get that analogy, but some of y'all use that motherfucker for some evil shit.
I'll speak for them. I fuck all that. I'm gonna speak for y'all. If I'm rocking with you, ain't no problem. Cause I might be in the gym and you might come through for me. And I've been in those situations before. Now, within a week, and your son need this, that, and the third, go dude. That shit over with. You not getting nothing. Good dick, I'm out. We can go eat, all right. I'll pay the bill, which I normally do anyway, except when I'm told she pay for everything. I'm just saying. But that's neither here nor there. But if you walking with somebody, man, hey, yes, if she asks you for something, it shouldn't be no problem. Again, if you in the gym, I'm assuming she will look out for you. So go both ways. So I ain't gonna just put it on her like they just begging. You gotta be rocking with that person, man. Man, within a week, you ask for something.
Agree.
Man, so I wear a medium sized condom.
You on the track.
Medium,
You on the track.
decent in these streets.
You on the track
because she like this.
You on the track when you are anyway. I think like if you as a person, if you carry yourself a certain way and
that's key
you
word.
think a certain way and your energy and your vibe just a certain way, it's just certain people just won't even approach you and won't even try anyway because they'll know like because I get that a lot.
I just say men knew who to play with.
Right.
You know who to play
they
with.
know. Yeah, and
you did like you said. You explained all that.
Say,
If you
I'm
insecure,
enough for you.
I ain't threatened by that.
But
what you're not gonna do is keep springing that shit up. Like, hold on, we know your position, right?
You good?
You good? We got you. We ain't at the meeting.
Women do know.
Okay.
Women do know. It's certain women that will not like. I can speak for myself. There's just certain women that see me and they won't even because they know it's like it's kind of like you.
Rico for three. What up?
Weeding out those situations where you get them girls and be like, well, if you want to be with me, you got to get my hair done, my nail done, pay my rent, and take care of my car. And I get to kind of avoid those because I'm not gonna ever do that.
He said ever do.
To see it, I would say never ever. I think CL make a great point of if we together, especially if I love you,
ain't even gotta be love. It's just if I'm rocking with you,
I give a body part just to keep you alive because I want to be with you longer.
That means you're in a relationship, bro.
Can I say this real quick too? It's also how, and this is just the word of social media, how men are leading women to think and or believe that about them. A woman can go on social media and post, I'm thinking about going to Jamaica, and a man come on her post and say, yeah, let me know when, I got you, I'll pay for it. So
depending on how she looks though. You can't be pop getting no question after a question.
And I get that. But then you can't get mad at
Tony
her.
asked that, yes, I'm
You cannot get mad at her for you putting it out there like that, like you this nigga, like you that nigga, you this baller, and then she come back 2 weeks later and asking you for
you
something.
Put yourself
you
up
put
there.
yourself out there like that.
You put yourself
and
up
I
there.
see it done consistently, so you can't get mad at that woman.
I got a rebuttal though.
Okay.
I got a rebuttal.
They was
Now,
when they was younger.
No. Because we also see those same women chase behind guys that they know they'll never be attracted to.
You said what?
Because they got stacks of money.
Yeah.
They ain't got no game, but the money speaks for itself. The cost speaks for itself. They can't hold no. They can't hold no conversation with ladies like that.
There was people
so,
ignore it.
And when they run up on y'all, when y'all run up on them, y'all know exactly what y'all want.
Yeah.
Hey, this needs to be fixed. I need this, that, and the third. You not finna sit here and go, oh, let that. You give them something, cool. You don't. Hey man, I got stuff going on in my life. Can you add to it? If you can't, move around. I get it.
But hey, Corey,
I must be a fucking unicorn because I ain't never asked a nigga for shit in my fucking life.
Right? Like what?
I pay all
when
when
I
I go out
audacity.
and a man take me out. Sometimes one man got offended. He was like,
I never got offended. What you talking
I
about?
was about to pay the bill. And this was actually my second time picking up a check, and he got offended. He was like, "What are you trying to say? I don't have everything else." I was like, "No,
insecure. What you mean these guys on the train?
You know what I'm
On the
saying?
subway?
See, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. It's like you get the men who's the intimidated, or you get the men who
Couldn't
want to
be me.
use you and take advantage
So what's
of
the thin
it,
line
and
between
they
what
got
you
shit
saying?
to bring to the table,
Yeah.
and they act like they got a certain way to get you, and then you realize like, oh, that nigga, that was all the front. That
Conversation
really
kill
wasn't
all.
your car. This really ain't your apartment. You really ain't
Wait
got
a
no
minute.
damn job. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then at that point, you in love, and what do? You stand by your motherfucking man, like a bitch like me.
You put that thing on you though. That's why you stayed.
So lady, I got a question for the ladies and for the fellas.
What you turn up that? I'm messing with you.
I got a question for the ladies
Go ahead,
and the fellas now. How do we resolve this shit? Because now after discussing this, and you said you're in the same fight with
Don't
me,
need no red flag.
and you go through the same stuff that we go through. Where's the common ground where we actually try to squash a lot of this bullshit
We gotta
that
be
holds us
honest.
up?
That's
We
it.
gotta be
Say it one more time.
Honestly,
That's it.
transparent Tony is what they call me. This
Transparent
one
Tony.
nigga told me, you know what he said? He was like, you is too honest. I ain't never met a woman that is as honest and straightforward. I said, first of all, I got too much to deal with and too much on my brain to remember a fucking lie. Because you can't repeat a lie over again. So guess what? A truth you
Pretty
can.
bad,
You can
yeah.
tell that motherfucker over and over and over again the same fucking way. Guess what? I'm too fucking busy. I can't remember what I told this nigga and that nigga. So guess what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm single. I do what I want to fucking do. When I'm with you, I'm with you. When I'm not, I'm not. Niggas still can't handle that shit. Then you get the ones that want to wife you, but can't handle what the type of woman you are.
Where they at?
You
I
know
ain't
what
got
I'm
no
saying?
wife yet.
And that's the
Shit, I
point.
wanna know
But
what he's
that's
saying, ain't no
because
wife with
they
me.
pretend to be a certain way to get you. And then when they get you, you really see who they are. That's why I asked what
Can you
y'all
cook?
astrology
Can you
sounds.
cook?
Can I cook?
No, she too busy.
No. All right, I'm going somewhere.
So
Can
now
you
listen,
cook? Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Can you cook?
Okay.
She already told she can cook.
Yes, I
What can you cook?
I can cook. I can cook lamb chops. I can cook seafood. I can cook soul food and everything else. Do I like to cook? Hell no. Why? Because I'm too fucking busy. I'm a president and CEO of 15 fucking healthcare facilities. God damn it. Do you think I want to come home and cook in the fucking kitchen?
You know what it's called?
So guess what?
Figure it out.
I
Y'all tell
find-
us the same thing. We have to go get that.
Yes,
so
and
y'all
I
can cook.
have. And I
No.
have raised a daughter.
No, you ain't getting about
since
no.
she
You know what I
Figure it
noticed?
out for you.
For us.
I raised a
No, for us.
No.
Because if I gotta bring the meat home, somebody gotta cook.
Thank you.
Somebody
And
gotta
some
cook.
men
And both
Wait a
of my
minute, wait a
exes
minute.
were
I ain't
chefs.
cooking if I ain't
Both
got
of my
to.
exes were
It's not one
chefs.
size
Both of my exes were
But is it
chefs.
about us? Is it
Hold on,
about
Sam.
we? Or is it about me? Or is it about
But see,
you?
once again, so I'm not enough. I bring all this to the table, but
Wait.
because
Let me
I
say
don't.
something real quick.
I keep hearing the
Cook
word.
every
I keep hearing the
night.
Yeah,
letter
wait,
I.
bro.
You gotta stop saying I. Say we.
You asking about me?
Listen, right? You
talking about
making this like a one-on-one thing.
Yeah, I'm into
Let's
what?
switch it up. Right? It's like you just
My
study
fault,
your
my
word, bro.
fault.
Let me. Some men don't give a damn what I bring. It depends on what he needs in that moment.
Exactly.
He probably don't give a shit that you're the CEO.
Exactly.
All right. If he
Right.
want a meal cooked, that's what he care about. If he don't,
Right.
look,
Then I ain't
get
the
you a
one.
man who cooks.
Exactly.
Cause I ain't cooking, baby. I'm
Exactly.
busy.
And that's what I told him.
Even
It's not a
chefs be
one
busy.
size-
What are you
Exactly.
talking
It's
about?
not a one size fits all.
Exactly.
You get
I'm
what
gonna say this.
compliments
I'm
you.
gonna say this.
And I put that out
And
there.
vice versa.
This is
You
what
get
I notice about
compliments
women that I
compliments
really.
you.
This is probably my biggest pet peeve with y'all. Y'all traditional as hell, right? Except when it's convenient.
Very convenient.
Well, she don't seem traditional because I'm not picking up the bill.
Yeah, I'm the unicorn. I am.
I'm just saying,
Damn, not
y'all
one
be
time.
real traditional with
Not one time.
It's not
everything
traditional at all.
until it's convenient for you not
What
to.
you mean by that? What's
Okay, for example, I don't want to put Buddy on blast, but he's in the group. He put up a post saying like, man, I'm dating this girl. She been fucking with two niggas on the side this whole time.
Sound like a
You
player.
saw what I'm talking about, right?
I
And he
saw
like,
that post.
yeah,
He-
and
he
you
was
saw what I
saying-
told him, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
he like, yeah, and so I went and lied to her and told her I'm dating other women, and she was cursing me out and got all mad. Oh, I need some advice, and
Advice for
you know,
what?
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I was like, for one, she for the streets. Cut that bitch out. For two, like, how is it that when she was out here dating the two men,
The one abroad.
right? He said she told him some type of, she came up with some reason why she's doing it.
Which
and he's
women
supposed to
do
be
all the
okay
time.
with it. But when he lied to her and told her like, okay, I'm out here dating a couple of women, she went off on him and had this nigga like he about to commit suicide or
Busted
something.
this window out his car.
So that's an example of it's like y'all traditional
It's not
until it's
traditional.
convenient.
That is a lack of communication up front.
Which we
Because
which we
when
going to next
when
month.
we hook up, when we we talk about what we want from this, what we're doing.
See what I'm saying?
If a man tells me, baby,
what our status is, right?
No, if he said, I'm not on this, this is where I'm at right now, then guess what?
Let me make that decision
because at the end of the day, I'm matching your energy.
Thank you.
So basically,
I'm matching your energy. So she was never truthful to him, or she was truthful to him, and he did accept it.
No, I was, and that's the thing.
No, I'm talking about this situation right here.
She ready to go. Tony, you gotta. Man, you know what? Give her them pills. Give her them pills.
He's not a
Give her them
one-size
pills. You
fits
gotta
all.
relax.
It's not.
I heard
The weed pills
y'all
for
do
your
this and
face.
y'all do
Nobody
that.
need
People
no
are
pills.
individuals.
Yep.
Each person wants something different.
True.
You know, and what compliments one don't complement the other. It's not a y'all thing. It's an individual thing. Get to know the person you're seeing.
Keyword, get to know though.
That's what I'm saying.
Keyword, get to know.
It's being true.
What Shatima?
Because I commented. Number one, talking about that particular young lady, I had asked him straight up, was y'all having sex? Like, what was it? Like, did you communicate and say that I just only want to date you? Because see, nowadays, seriously, nowadays, I'll just speak for me for 1 minute. I'm not a person that typically dates a whole bunch of men. I could, but it's like nowadays nobody is consistent, and so you may like somebody, then if they're not consistent, then now you got to move on because this one is not stepping up to the plate. You don't naturally want to do that, you know what I'm saying? But you have to do what you have to do, otherwise you're gonna be by yourself. Now, if she is having sex with all of these men, I mean that's not something that I would do. You assuming though. You assuming.
He said it.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that she was. Oh, he did. When did I see? Because I was very active on that one. Oh, he did. Well,
I was very
I was very active.
And every woman's only response was, "Well, you should have been open and told her what it was y'all was doing." But y'all know damn well, and I know y'all finna disagree with me. That's why I say y'all. It's only when it's convenient for y'all. Like if a nigga is fucking you and taking you out and all this shit, but he never said we together. 9 out of 10, y'all gonna assume that y'all together.
But
I've seen this 1,000 times. But when it's on a woman, and I kind of dick this a little bit, you didn't tell us we were together.
2022.
I got a comment.
Automatically think y'all go
I
together.
seen the post and I was,
Come on, man.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
hold on. If she was dating 3 guys, include him at the same time, and she was doing it consistently, she was fucking all 3 of them motherfuckers.
You assuming.
No,
What y'all assuming that
hold on.
shit just because a woman goes out with 3 different dudes that they fucking. That's not right.
You're talking to 4 men up here, and I think I can speak for all of us when I say this. If we go on more than 3 days with you and we don't hit, we're out. We're not gonna keep going out of hope. Because we're like, all right, I'm in the friend zone.
Are we friends or are we? I mean, what are we
That's not
doing?
what it is. Every woman that out here just giving up her coochie to every goddamn man that comes their way. Like, y'all gotta stop that shit.
Hey, hold on.
Because every woman is not like that. No, seriously. This shit is aggravating. Every woman is giving up their damn coochie all the damn time.
Hold on.
Shit.
This is funny. I gotta say this.
Don't
I
make
think
me
this
sweat
dedicated to
motherfucking
Tony.
hand rap.
My man Rico, shout out to Rico.
Rico Dale.
He said you can't bring your hold on. He said you can't bring your job site home while taking out the garbage. Bitch, make me a sandwich.
Look, I'll order you a sandwich and Uber Eats to deliver that shit.
I want to hear about all that
I ain't
Cheetos.
cooking that back in the kitchen making that
Shut up.
I'll pick up a sandwich on the way home.
Roll them heels.
Now he was joking though. He was joking. He was
Always
joking.
doing it for 24
Oh,
I think
shit.
the reality is in 2022, and it's been before now.
Oh man.
Men and women are switching places. I
Oh.
think women
This
are
about to get
taking
deep
on
now.
a more masculine
No, it ain't.
role, and
We
not
ain't
saying
finna
we
do this.
acting like men,
With a drink.
but the fact
that's
that
what
we
it's
not sitting at home and hoping that you call me and I'm gonna wait for you to call. We got a roster just like y'all got a roster. Y'all introduce yourselves, all 4 of y'all saying, I'm out here, I'm in the streets, I got the size, medium, condom, I this,
Right.
But when a woman take on the same attitude, it's, oh, this bitch for the streets. Well, we all for the motherfucking streets then, if that's the case. And I'm gonna meet you in the streets, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And here's the thing. Y'all feel like because a woman from the streets, she ain't got shit going, she need a man to take care of her. It's CEOs that's for the streets. Goddamn it, it's hoes that's for the streets. It's just like y'all niggas could be for the streets, and y'all feel like, well, I got my shit going up. A chick gonna deal with what she gonna deal with. Women feel the the same way. Like, gone are the days where women feel like they have to be submissive for a man to take care of them, or because I need you. And those were the days of our parents and our grandparents. Your husband was able to go down to Miss Ethel and have a family over there, but as long as you taking care of these 8 kids, it's all good. Men and women are switches, and I'm not even saying it's a good thing, because while I am very independent, I'll be the first person to say I don't want to be a strong black woman. I got to be a strong black woman every goddamn day. I'm tired of being a strong black woman. I want a strong black man to put me in my place at the house. But at the same time, I'm bringing shit to the table. You bringing shit to the table.
Make it work.
And the same shit you doing outside before you meet me, I'm going to do the same shit. And when we meet each other, then we can both coexist and be each other king and queen. But until then, we both for the streets. And that's what it is.
So, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, I am. Y'all hold some asses. I'm for the streets. The streets is mine and I am the streets.
I got a rebuttal for that. I got a rebuttal for everything today.
You at different points.
Y'all ready for this?
Right.
Why are y'all strong black women? When y'all been strong black women, number one. Because y'all fuck up, y'all pick up. Hold on. It's finna get political now. Now, think about, we just gonna go back from the 80s to now. Crack epidemic. All that made you women. There you go. Yep. So, when you come to 2022 and your daughter's how old?
Should be 24.
And but what happened to your, may rest in peace, to your kid's father?
He was murdered.
Look, guess who got to raise that kid? Not just you, a village, because you got a family, you got neighbors. All that plays into it.
Sorry, I gotta stop you there.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And I didn't have that. I wish I did.
But
I
both
didn't have
in general, in the 80s. Hold on. In general, hold on, Tom. In general, we had a village in the 80s and early 90s. These kids ain't got that no more. Think about it. I don't even have kids, but I was one of those kids that parents was on drugs, was abusing alcohol, and a village raised us. I could have strayed and went the wrong way. A lot of us could have, but we didn't because we had a strong village. A lot of my friends did. A lot of y'all friends did. So again, that plays into what the system put in play for us as African Americans. So it's deeper than just saying I'm tired of being a strong woman when you've been a strong woman the whole time. Because when we mess up, y'all pick up. I gotta give y'all that credit, and I ain't gonna take that from you.
I have to disagree because
you're not gonna go. You ain't gonna get followed me.
16,
you ain't gonna get
I went away to college out of state by myself, and I took my baby.
You the 1%.
I was out of state with no family and no friends. I did it all by myself, and yes, my mother and father are extremely proud of me. So you gotta.
So was that a choice, or you just didn't have it?
No, they didn't have the means. Don't look at my successes now and think that I had parents that did.
I never said you did.
I put myself through not 1 degree but 2 with a baby.
We proud of you.
With me.
We are proud of you.
24 years ago, when it was not common.
You missing everything I just said.
No,
we are proud of you.
I'm trying to educate you.
I heard you. I'm proud of you.
You said that we was built for this. Our circumstances and our journeys is what builds us and defines us.
Let's talk about it.
I'm telling you, I just said I'm proud of it 10 times. I don't know what else to say.
Y'all can take some lessons. Take that trauma, take that hurt, take that no support system, take that drug-induced family or whatever you had to deal with and use that to fuel you and to change the narrative. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, Tony, I agree with you.
Exactly. And I just want to piggyback off of what she said because...
No, because you're trying to turn to something else.
I never did. I said the system is the reason why.
And I say this before, and I mean to my brothers and
I'm
whoever. But, to LeVar, to Lack, to Ooch, to CL, I honestly want to say on behalf of the women, and they're not here, but on behalf of every woman that has hurt each and every one of you.
See, isn't it?
I apologize. I apologize. For every woman.
don't get hurt.
Listen, no, for every woman who did not show you all support. For every woman who did not give you all a hug. For every woman who did not give you all love. For every woman who mistreated you. For every woman who did you dirty behind your back. For every woman who do not recognize the king in you. For every woman in your past or even present who do not represent you or realize that you are a superman. And sometimes you fall short. You fall by the wayside. You can't be Superman all the time. You may feel like she's not good enough to realize that she's Lois Lane to bring the Superman back out in you. I apologize.
You
for
apologize
every woman who do not see the best in you all. Because it is some best in you all.
Yeah.
And I just want you all to really, for real.
No, I agree with her. Start off with her.
For real, take the moment to self-analyze.
Gotta rebuttal.
Heal. No, seriously, Corey. Heal.
I'm serious too.
Because we all grew up differently. Everybody didn't get a hug from mama. Everybody didn't get a hug from their auntie. Everybody did not. A woman did you dirt. Women have to, sometimes we do not, we take for granted that men get hurt too.
Now you talking. Now you're talking.
That's what I'm saying.
But it ain't always about a woman.
Hurt you. I'm just saying, if she never apologized to you, I'm apologizing.
That bitch never apologized.
I want to hear y'all rebuttal.
That was good. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, when she first started talking, I was kind of like, get the fuck out of here. But it makes a lot of sense.
I got a whole rebuttal. And I don't know if y'all ready for this. Now, number one, my mother died when I was 2. So I wasn't hurt by nothing. I had 2 women in my life that raised me. Both of my stepmothers. Did a great job. Cause I never been to jail. I ain't got no college degrees. I ain't got 9 of them. But I ain't got no problems out in the streets. I mess with everybody. Everybody mess. Yeah, I talk shit. And I can go anywhere by myself. Number 1. Number 2, I had strong black men around me. Including my father. A lot of these guys don't have fathers in their life. Not saying they damaged, but they learned from it. My father became their father. You see what I'm saying? That's where the village come in there. So at the end of the day, you just can't say, I need a hug. No, hold on. She just said, know my story. You got to know my story as well. I know women hurt. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because some men be hurt from their mother.
But that's not, I
you know
said,
what I'm saying? And it can go on. It can leave. Hold on. Nobody. I do the hurting. That shit is different. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm decent.
I'm not necessarily saying your mother.
No, I'm just saying I was going back to the beginning. But as far as women, I never even let somebody get that close to me though, because I seen how my aunties played guys. I see how my uncles played women.
Let's
so
talk about that.
It's what you watch and learn from.
Let me say this.
Man, they was in auntie didn't have men outside of that. Every situation is different though. You see
in 40 years, you've never had a woman hurt you.
Never. Never.
They're not gonna admit it.
Who?
Let me say something. I ain't never been in love, so I can say that. Okay, I've never been in love. I haven't.
I have been in love, but I never been hurt.
Be in love with. Ain't nobody been consistent. Listen. I've been on my grind ever since I had my son when I was 19 years old, getting degrees like you, accounting, business. So I just now started trying to focus in on love. So a lot of people make assumptions. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Why you ain't got this? Because I haven't been focusing on it. And then men who come in my life are inconsistent. They don't make me want to, you know what I'm saying? Be that. They're not being consistent. But what I'm saying is that people are assuming that everybody is heartbroken. That's not what it is. Some people just have not had the opportunity in order to do that. I can agree that sometimes a lot of people do need hugs, but everybody ain't out here just hurting all the doggone time. It's just life circumstances. You haven't experienced that. I understand what he's particularly saying, but you did say a key point, because I listened very well. You said, I don't allow nobody to get that close to me because I saw my aunties do men dirty.
And I also saw my uncles do women dirty.
Right,
so it's both sides of the spectrum.
But I see that. But now for
if you seen it, you learn from it.
But you learn from it.
If you burn your hand on the stove, you ain't gonna touch how that stove again, correct?
But you're not open to love.
So what she said, go with what fits you. If that woman I meet fits me, man, I'm gone. I'm off these streets. But till then,
you in these streets.
Whole is life.
That's it. Okay, so you're really going to I've been, baby. What is street? We have to get in a relationship. Get off the street. I feel you don't want to get off the street.
All right, I'm done. I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do. I turn to the
I ain't mad at you.
Go ahead, Bob.
Until somebody gives something. We got a little time constraints coming on here, so we got to get off on the topic here.
It's hot.
I'm high. I need a drink.
We all talking about love, eventual marriage, but is single life really the way to go right
In 2022,
it's not.
No, it's
Shit,
not.
all married people cheat.
It's not.
Swinger groups, all
Like,
type of
they
shit,
all
man.
cheat.
Talk what they be doing
They don't
there.
argue with anybody.
Yeah, I would say.
Go ahead, like.
I want to say single life is the way to go if that's something you're not trying to choose. I think that whatever position that you want to put yourself in regards to relationship, I think it's out there for that person. I think when a person is ready. When I think about us four guys up here, I know that whenever at any point in our life, if we ever say, you know what, I'm ready for X, Y, and Z, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And I think it just goes back to like when I just sum up all these conversations that I'm hearing. Two things that come to mind. Number one, the first thing that I'm hearing is that people need more patience and love and relationship.
Ooh, I am impatient.
People need more patience. That's the first thing. Just listen to everybody talking
to me. I am a little
45
impatient.
minutes. It's a lot of impatient people in
For FL?
The second thing that I'm hearing and I'm taking from this entire conversation that we having is just better communication. Because if you're really talking to somebody and you're really patiently having these conversations and these interactions, a lot of this stuff that's coming out about these different women and a lot of this stuff that's coming out about these different men is going to show up. It's impossible not for somebody not to show who they are. And they can say, you know, they putting on a mask and everything, and that mask gonna slip off in cracks. And you're gonna be like, now you got the point to say, yeah, he did that, but I'm gonna ignore it. Yep. You know what I mean? And that's on you. Yep. That's your fault. Yep. You know what I mean? Or you can say, you did that. Let me go more into depth of why you did that and why this came up in the beginning. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so that's because of, again, lack of patience and lack of communication. So to your point, is single life the way to go? I say it's by choice. And
that's a good answer.
If somebody's looking for a relationship, if that's what somebody wants, they can get it. But it takes patience and communication. And if you got those going for you, then
you did not laugh.
Oh, and then laugh. The energy you draw. I think an hour ago. Y'all was arguing while CEO and his wife was arguing.
We argue like this all the time.
Long as hell, by the way. I mean,
we argue like this all the time.
If the type of person you looking for, how you design her or him in your head, if you're the type of person that's ready for that type of person, then that type of person will come to you. But when that type of person comes to you, patience, communication, and then see what happens. But to your point, it's a choice. I think we got choices. It got nothing to do with what somebody making and what somebody title is, or who a man, who a woman, who role is what. Relationship is about team. I say this every time, and I will keep saying this because I know love exists because I love everything I do. Anything I had love and passion for, it turned out to be phenomenal. We all love our children. We're doing a great job raising some wonderful kids. Love, that's love. Yeah. That's passion. So you can't sit up here and say love don't exist and this and that. That's called impatience. And if you're impatient, you're going to be 75 still out at Magic City and with Future in the club.
With Future. Oh, your shirt.
We're paying the 75.
Bounce and break your back.
And go home to Heathcliff.
Garfield. What's that? The icy out, the barn. What the old people lose on their joint.
Icy out.
Yeah, because your lack of patience and your lack of communication. So that's what it is.
Okay, I'm kind of split on this one because I think a marriage will be a beautiful thing under the ideal organic foundation and structure. So I kind of did my research. Corey was when I did my research.
This shit got to get up.
No, it's not gonna get long. And it's like I researched a study back in 2019 based on marriages. Okay, and out of 100% of all marriages, you only have 1% that is just organically happy together for the right reasons on every level.
Do y'all agree?
No, I got this.
Y'all been married.
I'm never married.
You still married. You've been married, so you understand. Okay.
And you let you guys, if you agree, like I said, study from University of in Delaware from 2019. Okay.
They gotta catch up.
50% is
social media took away.
divorce. Okay. Now you got a whole other 50% that people are still married. Now you go more into depth of why you're still married. Okay. I already said 1% happily married.
What race though?
Here's the percentages and the reasons why people stay together in a marriage, and you let me know if there are valid reasons in this room. Okay? 10%, you stay in a marriage for the kids.
Fuck them kids.
Hold on, what you say?
Fuck them kids.
Alright?
Yeah.
Hold on.
And she got a dance going up there.
Here's another.
I was not expecting it.
10% time invested in a relationship.
I can see that.
You can't replace that time.
Alright, can't replace that time. People say,
Don't want to
we've
start
been together
over.
so long, we might as well stick it out.
I seen a lot of crackheads together for a long time. Straight up, more than these Hollywood marriages.
But they got the energy that draws each other together. So they equally yoked.
Oh, yeah, let me finish.
Why they crackheads? They together while we out here sold as fuck.
Let me finish this up because I got 10 categories. So I got 9%. They stay in it for the money and security. Okay.
Security more than money and security is the same thing. I seen women get beat inside a relationship because they had money.
You got another 9% is low self-worth. I'm big. I got somebody. I'm too old and I look this way.
Got too many kids.
I better stay with the devil I know than try to go out and find a new one. That's the mindset.
Damn.
Okay.
I ain't think about that 9%.
Alright.
What are you? Africa?
It's more than one perspective.
Shit.
Keep in mind.
Tony, we're not gonna do this.
Here's the biggest thing. 7.5% stay together because of the fear of divorce.
That's a word.
Okay.
That's kind of right. I'm gonna say
what it looks like because I'm divorced. Why you weren't unsuccessful?
So why Jada mama get divorced 5 times though, man? Is something wrong with her?
No.
What's your hashtag?
Huh? Oh, no fucks given.
That's exactly
You know what? You're not gonna do this to Rihanna. Where's A$AP Rocky? Where's
Stay
A$AP?
in it just to stay in it.
7.5% is because of religious beliefs. The religious
Yeah,
doesn't believe in
what Mormons? They divorce rate low.
You got 5% based on family or business pressure. You have people that stay in marriages because
The
like
big
politicians. They stay in this because the look of being married makes you seem strong, and it's just a good look.
But you inside, you're not happy.
Well, my family like my mates so much. Exactly. They so used to having me around.
All right. You have 4% that stay in there because of false hope. That's where the marriage counselor comes
It'll
in.
get better.
That's where the marriage counselor
Do
comes
that
in.
where the slap come in at too? No, go
All
ahead.
the above.
Okay, go ahead. My fault.
All right.
I was offside.
And the last one, which is at 2%, is the age. I'm 60-something years old. It doesn't make no sense for me to get divorced now. I'm too old to get back in the babysit.
Which mama dad did.
These are the percentages.
I can see that.
So,
Sonya Curry.
do I want to get in marriage for one of the reasons of the other 49%? Or am I looking for that 1%? And that 1% is very, very snug.
What's the 1%?
What's the sample size? Thank you. What's the sample size?
Right. No, but what's the 1%?
The sample size, hold on. The 1%, the sample size come from a study of 2,300.
Can I say something, please? Let me answer this question.
2,300 couples.
So I used to be a manager of a market research company. So I know this very well in terms of sample size.
You have some research. You have doctoral candidates. You have 2 doctoral candidates right
She ain't no damn doctor. She a damn game number. She got that gun in her purse.
Soon to be doctors.
That's why she
Let me
laughed.
say this. So I'm not negating the fact that these particular stats is true, right? But this is to the 2,300. We have 1 billion people in the world,
7.8.
right? We have 1 billion people in the world. What we tend to do is focus on the negative of somebody else. I am not them. I'm not saying not to take into account whatever people are going through, but my personality is different, my vibe is different. So why would I want to focus on the negative and just focus on me, myself, my partner, as to how we can particularly make it work and change the narrative? We don't have to be like those 2,300. 2,300 people.
And I think that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He's trying to tell us that that's what we need to learn.
So that means
But you don't even have to. Still, but
you don't even have to go up his sample size. Go off the people you know right now that are married or have been married.
Who determines
how many of them are
happily,
genuinely happily
right?
married?
We're not negating the fact.
What's the category for the 1%?
But we're not negating. We're not talking about.
All right, so the category, and the way it was weighted is, of course, financial stability, time spent, structure, raising kids, family-oriented, religious beliefs, and morals. These are what's being measured on.
It's 7 million for every 1 billion. For every 1 billion.
And so the criteria.
7 billion.
The criteria was at least 1%. The 1% of couples that they interviewed, both the husband and the wife had identical answers, and they so happened to be married with one another. That's what they determined to be an equally yoked, successful marriage. That's for that 1%.
I don't give a damn about no miserable ass married people. I am focused on what I want to be in my particular marriage, right? So if you have a bad marriage, that's on you. Go get therapy or leave. Like, why we stand in shit that we ain't supposed to be standing and you want to make somebody else miserable with this miserable ass study? I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Us single people can't say nothing about the married people.
Couples that are happy, that have figured it out, that have went to therapy, whatever they need to do, that got over their particular issues. Let's put them on the forefront. I don't fuck about all of these miserable ass married people.
And I'm gonna say as a married person,
but it goes hand in hand.
let me just say this.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
You could have called me 4 years ago, and I fit into the 10% that is there for the kids. Okay. And then 4 years later, I'm there because of the 1%. So marriages go through phases, right? Yes, absolutely. So you can't just take one person, like this whole group in this moment at this time, and say this is the end all be all, because you live, you grow, you change, you develop, and things change. Like I could have been like in divorce court 5 years ago, and now there's no way in hell I'm in divorce court. So
fist pump on your happily married ass.
I mean, just like it changes phases, guys.
And I think he
you
was
ain't
trying
always
to
have butterflies.
I don't think he was trying to state that. I think he was trying to give perspective to research on a sample size. You all have to understand, when it's research, they don't know what they're going to discover. They got a 2,300, which is, I feel, for someone who I didn't get my doctorate yet, but these two are working on theirs. I was on my route, but I went the other way. But you're right, because you can't survey everyone. That's why it's called a sample size. But
what? No. You do research. You actually looking for something.
Yes,
you looking for something. You're going to focus on what you're looking for to prove your point.
Yes.
Ask your
but what he was saying was that he's trying to give examples at that point in time.
You're there for a purpose.
What he's trying to say in that point in time, when those couples was brought and in the room, depending on where they were at in their life, that's how they felt. And you are absolutely right. When they took that survey, that's how they felt. But 6 months later, they might have got through it. Right. They might have been like, you know what? No, now I understand differently. Exactly. But he was just trying to break it down to give the variety of why people choose not to write
because
divorce.
They're ignorant. You focus on.
I just wanted to clarify that. That's all.
But let's act like,
know your damn self.
Hold on. Marriage is not for everybody. Some people are going to be happy single for the rest of their damn life.
Absolutely.
And that's
the smartest shit I heard tonight.
It's okay. That's okay. It's totally fine.
Yes.
So
Be
now,
you.
Be
Butini. www.butini.com.
So hey, I'm
gonna talk about being you.
I'm gonna let Eric and Eric story go through, because I have another study in terms with
Let's do a happy study.
So E, go ahead. Say your thing.
Katrina McNeil, you are something else.
Man, that was a lot of information. I feel like all of y'all have some really valid points. But for me personally, I can honestly say, my resistance with marriage is more so about myself. Like, I'm not looking at somebody else. My mother is happily married. My sister is happily married. All my cousins, but it's just not for me right now because I already know I'm not gonna make a good husband. That's basically what it's all about.
That's fair.
I love love. I feel like I could be an amazing boyfriend. I can show you the world, treat you like a queen. But a husband, I don't know if I'd be a good one. Because occasionally I like to fuck off and do dumb shit.
But you gonna be a good boyfriend fucking off and do dumb shit? You think?
Because I'm not. It's not no.
Like Will Smith.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Commitment.
Right. So it's like I can basically still do whatever the hell I want, technically.
Because you're not married.
Because I'm not married.
You're single,
But
right?
you let the girl know that up front that you dating, right? That you gonna fuck off.
Listen, everybody knows me. They know I'm not ready to get married. I mean, anything can change in the future, but I'm not even gonna sit up here in front and be like, oh, if things are, I'm not ready for no marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's totally freaking fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
CL.
Live your freaking life.
It's your life.
It's not.
When you gone,
I agree with both sides. Like,
it's your life.
Thing to be
Too
single.
damn
What a
short.
woman.
I just know I wouldn't be.
Enjoy yourself.
Yourself. You.
Yes.
You.
You gotta be
Friends first.
You know what? Be honest with you. I'ma just let go and let God.
What?
Let go.
No, but I'm gonna be honest. Cause we both deal with music, and life can change like that with what we doing. So I always tell them up front, someone I currently dealing with, and I told her flat out, I think things gonna get busy for me real soon. No later than a month later, bam, 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 we gone, we leave.
Lining up.
So I ain't got the time to invest into a relationship like I would want to if that person don't understand. Now, if you understand, it's cool. But I mean, then that's when the trust come in. I ain't out here trying to be no fuckboy. I'm just be honest with you. I can be. It's easy to make a phone call, but it's my own that. Nah, I'm cool. I smoke a lot of cigars, drink a lot of whiskey. Man, it can be some late night phone call, but I go home and go to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta be out in the streets. I did that for damn near 40 years, man. I'm cool. Man, I'm talking about I'm on the scoreboard. I'm decent. I'm up there. Yeah, I'm in the Raptors, so it's the truth. But after a while, you mature, you like, man, you want to come on with somebody, but they gotta understand, I ain't come on to argue with nobody. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. And if we do, man, we're gonna talk about it now. Get over with it. Yeah, I ain't got time for, man, I'll tell you in a minute, I ain't gonna argue with you. Especially if it's something I know we can nip in the bud talk about. If you bring it back up, man, we can stop this right now. And if I'm listening to the same thing over and over, man, I'm not your man. Listen, what the street said.
Period.
Man, I'm not finna go through that. Y'all
So
tripping.
now, it was another study done here at University of Chicago back in 2017 where they did an experiment where they gave 100 people a coin. They flipped the coin. They said, for landing on heads, you keep going with your regular routine and life as you know it. If it landed on tails, you had to make a life-altering decision, a big change in your life.
That's interesting.
The target behind that was how we are built, how we adapt to change. And so they did that study. 74 people flipped tails. Only 16 people followed through, made a life-altering decision, and then 6 months later they were way better off.
Wow.
That means you was too comfortable too.
Think about what we said about
single
single life, and it goes back to what I guess Rihanna said about, okay, being married, have your mindset set here, and then 6 months later changing. That's a self-evolution thing going on that doesn't happen very often. But I do get it, you know what I'm saying? So we as human beings are not too keen on changing and adapting once we get set in our ways. Okay? So we have that
devil
time.
get comfortable.
We deal with the devil we know. We rather deal with the devil we know than the one we don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's fair too.
Those are topics. But we're gonna finish up with
CL Goofy Mob of the Week.
This gotta go back 2 weeks.
2 weeks? A Goofy Mob 2 weeks ago?
Will Smith. Jada Pickett Smith.
you get co-Goofy Mob?
Co, and this is the first time on Let's Talk About a Shot ever. We got Goofy Mom. Jada sent him off. Will, you got sent off. Facts. Man, you look bad up there, bro. Facts. We took a L as a black man, as a black community on their stage, man. My point is, if it would have been Will Ferrell, would you have slapped him? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You just pull your brother to the side. I mean, he's a comedian. He cracked jokes. Right. He may or may not know your wife is sick, but he didn't say nothing to me. I feel like that bad. He didn't touch her breast. He didn't touch her ass. He didn't violate her. I mean, but you swung on that man in the front of the world. As a black community, I feel like we took a loss. You know, I mean, what you did there on the BT stage, because if Chris Rock were to react like he said earlier, now I told y'all, look at them N words. We told y'all they don't not behave because they always say we overreact or we react. We don't think first. And I got that from Fred Hampton Jr. He said, man, we got to think first before we react. Look at the cause and effect of what just happened. That man life can go down the drain. A lot of people don't understand. That man can mess around, want to kill himself. We don't know what state of mind he's in. And for his woman he's protecting, she got to protect him as well. Baby, this ain't the place. Could have stopped that, man. It could have went both ways. So that's my goofy manga today. I hope he get through what he going through. Chris Rock don't slap him back. If you do, don't do it on camera. If y'all have a conversation, it ain't for the world. It's for you and that man here. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Fuck that. Slapping you on camera, slapping your ass.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
You're getting the same energy, bro.
Nah, man.
Sometimes I gotta give you some type of dignity and respect.
But sometimes you gotta think for a person too.
20 billion people.
Sometimes you gotta think for a person, man. Like you know you can mess somebody else. Sometimes like it ain't even worth it.
Very public.
I accept that, but whatever y'all choose to talk about out there, they ain't for everybody, man. Just y'all, whatever y'all healing process is, y'all go through that.
Oh yeah, we skipped one.
Who?
Top 5.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Top 5. What's
top 5?
The boss top 5.
How much time we got?
5 things couples would have misunderstandings about.
What the boss top 5?
We're gonna go right to Rihanna.
We'll have misunderstandings about.
Misunderstanding?
Yeah, we just wanna make sure.
Top 5 things.
We wanna make sure you heard that.
Couples will have misunderstandings about.
Y'all ready for this shit?
Yep.
It's about to get interesting.
Number 5. Leisure time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies. All we want to do is go to the hookah spot. We want to go and watch the game somewhere, have a quick smoke, maybe a drink or two.
Go, bye.
But it's like,
not all y'all feel that way.
But for some women,
they got
for
invaded.
some women, if they have the free time and they man got plans, they feel like he should cancel those plans because of her convenience. And if it's vice versa, we supposed to just deal with it, and we're gonna always have a misunderstanding about how we spend our leisure time.
And it's convenient for them.
It turns into an argument. Trust me, I know.
You got time for your friend, but not me. But we just went out 7 days in a row.
I'm very understanding.
Taking out oxygen out there.
Yeah, what is it? What can I do?
All right, number 4. Raising kids.
I have no comment in this situation.
We provide structure, and we're gonna be structured. We're gonna provide. We're gonna protect, but we're also going to teach discipline. And women are more nurturers by nature, so when we discipline, a woman don't necessarily like how we discipline our kids, and they step in and it turns into a whole argument.
I ain't never had that problem.
No.
You the 1%.
I'm just gonna say, I've never had that problem. I'm whooping ass.
It's over for that.
I really don't have to do that.
Yeah, get his ass. Come on back.
Number 3.
Tim on to get whooped and give him a hug.
Number 3. These last 3 gonna be deep now. Number 3. Acceptance.
Go in detail with that one.
Yeah.
Go in detail
All right,
with that one.
so hold on. I'm gonna tell you something personal. I like me and Corey. You know we go to the Skull Lounge down the street, Casa Road.
Shots Costasboro.
Oh, and before we go, because I'm giving out plugs right now.
Me
Second
Marketplace.
Me Marketplace, come here. Get Mama Dude's hair rag right now.
I'm
Me
on my
Marketplace.
We got CBD hookah pins and shit like that. Man, I got one right now. Anyway, hold on the story.
You got the GTDs in
I
your
have my own personal space. Okay, I have my own little getaways thing. I get my pee set. I reset my mind. Keeps me stress free. But some women, they don't respect or think that a man should have his own
Cigar lounge ain't to the man lounge no more. That shit over with. Ain't no peace of mind enough. Can you give me some tea? Some water? We will.
Get up and let her sit down.
It comes with respecting each other's space. Alright? But women always say, okay, I want my me time. I need my me time where I'm just not around nobody. And we accept. We
let y'all go. Go get with your girls.
But it's hard for y'all to accept it when a man asks for that me time.
I can see that.
Alright?
And how I look like men around a bunch of females, y'all talking bad about us. I'm up.
We don't always say that.
Y'all get down on us.
I'll take that. Number 2 on the list. Being supportive.
Hey, you gotta get deep with that one.
It's
what you support too.
Now,
That's kind of self-explanatory.
It's self-explanatory, but it's not. For a woman, women like to talk and they like to vent. And if us as men, we're not built to listen to problems in excess like that.
So it sounds like wah.
Basically,
For real?
Y'all look at that as us not being.
So what time we going out?
Be there for you, and we bump heads.
Just get naked. Did you just cut me off?
She waiting on that one.
And the number one.
Uh-oh.
The number one misunderstanding ever. God damn it, we in a household. Who gets the final word? Which is me, goddammit. If I'm the head of the household, I get the last word.
Not Tony.
Most women gotta be in control and have the last word.
She said
about
that's
everything.
You can have the last word. I'm gonna have the last.
Big C.
We gonna settle that up later.
They done jumped us already. They
That's
got
my
game
top
members in here.
That's my top 5. Ladies, do you have any rebuttals?
Let's turn the camera on. We gonna be quiet. I have nothing to say.
I just have to say, and a very good friend of mine has taught me to have a plan B, C, and D.
Well, get naked? No, go ahead.
I think get naked was part of that, right?
But it's not so much of because I can't speak on for everybody, but I have no problems giving a man his space because I want my space. Exactly. When it's time for me to hang with my girls, I'm hanging with my girls. I don't text a man. I don't call a man all day. If I hear from you, I hear from you. Once again, I believe in matching energy. If we text that morning, how you doing? If we talk one time that day, good. I don't need the whole all day.
FaceTime me, see one mad as shit.
I don't need that, right? I don't. Sorry, I don't need that, right?
Why you say Uri?
But my lunch, right? It's too much.
I thought you said you was at the bar with your girl.
Right,
Make a piss stop.
Right, I made a piss stop to Burger King. Like, damn, come on. Anyway, I think that you hang with your friends, do what you want to do, because I'm going to do what I want to do. Go on your gas trip. I'm going on my girls' trips. But if I plan something one day out the damn month and you're not available, you can't go with me, but you can go with your guys. You can't go with me, but you can go to the hookah lounge or the cigar lounge, wherever the fuck you go hang at, but you can't go with me this one time out the month. Don't get mad when my plan B, C, or D go.
Right.
You sound like a brother.
Go ahead, sis.
But I have only brothers.
Okay.
So I might cut from a different color. I'm the
I'm
only girl. I have 4 brothers. I fall right in the damn middle. So that's my only thing.
I'm not gonna deal with you.
Yeah,
I'm just not
gotta
gonna deal with you. I'm not for the streets and no judgment.
I ain't for the streets either.
I'm just not gonna deal with you. Period. I'm just
I
gonna
was talking
cut
shit,
you off.
y'all. I'm
Period.
just
I'm not for the tit for tat, cheating shit. I'm just not. I respect myself as a woman. Not saying anybody else.
Wait a minute. Just because I say a plan B, C, or D don't mean that it's another man.
Right. Well, that's true. But I know some women that is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do me, and what they're saying is, I'm going to do a dick. And I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not like that. You know what I mean?
Are y'all still best friends after this?
Why you ain't invite me
I'm
to
just
the
being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be like that. Just cut dude loose. If he's not giving you what you particularly need, just don't go for the tit for tat. I'm going to cheat, I'm going to do it. Cut that energy off and go get you somebody that's going to do what you need to do. I'm just that type of woman. Not saying that, you know what I'm saying, anybody is. I'm just that type of woman. I ain't matching your energy on that fuck
But
shit.
that motherfucker made me laugh real hard. So so that means the same thing. Right. When I was single, I ain't cut nobody off. It's a bad time for you. So guess what? My plan is a good time. That's it. And when I see you, we gonna laugh our ass off and we gonna have a good ass time. That's it. And that's it. That's it. You don't have to say nothing. You ain't got to cut nobody off.
Let the lady continue. So we won't say it's women. It's like we women.
But it goes back to kind of the patience things. If we always cut somebody off, we'll never get there.
Thank you. Like a man can't handle my perspective. He wants to shut me up. I want to say something. I want to address something you said. You talked about because this is the thing. He talked about patience and communication, right? And he talks about in order to find love, that's what you really need. And he's absolutely right, right? You have to be able to have those difficult conversations, not the easy ones, the crucial conversations, okay? Those are the ones where emotions are high, where people can't understand other people's perspective because they just bring it into what they feel and how they write. Crucial conversations and crucial accountability.
Yes, and crucial confrontation.
Yes, but I wanted to say something because in the beginning, a lot of what you all to talk about, you framed women outside of Jada as women who financially need a man, would use sex or feel like if I give you something, I need something in return, right? Or they have these bodies and they expect you to take care of them. What I was trying to bring is another narrative. I was trying to let you know that not every woman is not like that. And yes, I'm successful now, but I was 16 and pregnant. I went through trials and tribulations. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Subway. And I realized that I wanted something more for my daughter. I wanted something more for her future, not for me. And then her father gets fucking murdered. So at that point, yes, I had to, you get what I'm saying? And I understand that. But I wanted to have a rebuttal because you made a comment that said something about status and title. That don't mean shit to me. That don't mean shit to me. That's where I'm at now. I'm talking about the journey of where I got there so I can give people hope. Yes. I can give women who might be trying to kill themselves, someone who tried to do it 3 times. Yep. And by the grace of God, I am here. So you think I'm not going to use this as an opportunity, as a platform? So I just want to use this as a moment because you talk about patience and you talk about communication. But you got to understand is that when you hear a different perspective, don't be so quick to knock it or try to bring a negative connotation to it. And that's all. But you're absolutely right. And I commend you.
Yeah, and one
you don't think about writing a book?
Absolutely. People have asked me all sorts of things.
I think the one thing that
rent writer too.
I think one thing that men are doing a lot more, and I've been doing a lot of research and studying because I'm like in the second year in this master's program. I'm just reading a lot of cool books. Is that in the black community we are getting more mental health treatment now.
We've been traumatized.
Because of that trauma, because it's so. And I know we're wrapping up, and I don't want to go too long because I know everybody got stuff to do, and I want to be respectful of everyone's time. But it's cool to see that we're getting a lot of mental health treatment and therapy now more than any time in the history of our culture because it's.
I think it's always been there though.
Yeah, but
it's been there. Grandma don't
but it's been looked
It's
down upon.
That's why I wanted to admit that they need.
Yeah, you should know it was taboo.
Maybe because I've been around a lot of old people all the time.
And that was more acceptable.
I just said it.
And so if we continue to progress and move forward to get that help, I think we'll have more healthier relationships and understanding with the people that we're communicating with. So,
I agree.
Yeah, good point.
And with that being said, hey, I got 10% left.
Let's go.
So we gotta go ahead. We're going through with our shout outs right now.
Oh man.
Or kick us off, man.
It's funny. Actually, I'm gonna give a shout out to all the ladies that hold on, I gotta give them a hold. Give yourself a round of applause. Y'all came in so right. So I'm talking about even the security. She came so right.
You can put it on there. She said, I'm not saying the pizza's
I gotta give a shout out to my man that's walked in, Big Corey. And you too. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up.
Oh yeah, that's Buddy from
when I tell you, introduce yourself, man. Introduce you real quick.
My name is Mac Neff. I'm a Chicago hip hop artist. I do all type of stuff, videography. Tune in, tap in. I'm in tune with y'all. Let's get it.
When I tell you he wrote by himself, I called, he pulled up. This is what he do, and this is what I'm talking about. I gotta give a shout out to all Chicago artists that's out here doing their thing. Including this guy next to me, including people like LeVar, who go to risk his life every day, who's a firefighter. Tim Young, who does the thing. I gotta give a shout out to, like, for real, like these everyday heroes, you know. He's a teacher. You see what I'm saying? So, like, we got great men up here, but at the same time, a lot of guys don't move as a unit like we do. It's a lot of us out here that does, but everybody want to be the first to do something instead of just moving as a unit and going forward. And I see that a lot in Chicago, especially. And I won't even just say Chicago; I say the Midwest. You know, I've been to quite a few Midwest cities. It seems like we all moving the same. A lot of our celebrities make it, and they leave. Some of them don't come back. They don't throw that fishing rod back to come pull somebody in. They donate on Christmas and Thanksgiving and think they just did something when people going through something every day. Right. So my shout out is also to myself.
Period.
Look at this shirt. None of this would be possible without our black queens too, you know what I'm saying? Or just queen in general, women. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all getting y'all rights now, because back then y'all weren't able to speak y'all mind. But some of y'all talk too goddamn much. Y'all gotta relax. There's no when y'all turn when y'all ready to jump in. Ready to jump in. When it's y'all turn to jump in, y'all know when to get in, because we know y'all gonna be back with us when it's time to go blow the bow. Go blow the blow.
It's men who appreciate this and value this, and like you said, it's getting that patience and that communication. Absolutely.
But you found your wife tonight.
Hell no.
Man, that's my friend, man. That's my friend.
Y'all been cute together. Corey, what's your name, honey?
Have y'all never thought about writing a book?
Okay.
I will say this. They need to have a motherfucking spinoff show because y'all literally stole.
Hey, Tony. Hey, hold on. Hey, Tony, hold on.
I'm sitting here like,
you know what
you know what I want you to say?
You know what I want you to say, Tony? Tell me this Out West story will be told. Exactly. We telling our story. We got. Go ahead. That was my shout out.
That was some good shit, CL, by the way. Definitely shout out to you ladies. Y'all came, y'all did y'all thing, y'all showed out. Opinions off the chain. And unlike a lot of the women who we invited, y'all actually came through, spoke your mind. And as y'all see, this is not a male-dominant show. The women had a whole lot of feedback, and they killed it. So
in a black-owned
store, that fucking narrative y'all was throwing out there, y'all can kill it. Y'all see this show is diverse and dope as hell. Secondly,
we're going to next month.
Yeah, shout out to my man. We met him down there in Austin. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Shorty went down there, killed it at the show.
And he showed love to everybody that got on that stage.
It was real good to
everybody. Again, it wasn't about him, it was about we. And I appreciate it.
Give a shout out to the Perry brothers that just walked in.
Mike, you walked the business, man. You said you had something to say, man. We got jumped in here. Good.
I want to give a shout out to Fatima for allowing us to do this in her beautiful shop. And last but not least, shout out to the brothers, man. Love y'all.
All right.
4 years going strong. Let's go, Lackadocious.
Just shout out, man. Shout out to just everybody who just came out and supported. These women were tremendous. They were fantastic. If you couldn't ask for a better audience, make sure you guys come down and come to this beautiful shop.
Marketplace.
7451 Madison Street in Forest Park, Illinois. This is a great store. Black owned. Shatima, thanks for welcoming us. CL, I got the Let's Talk About It merch.
Let's go.
I only attract queens.
See how this coordinate?
I only attract queens. Let's Talk About It shop merch. So, and then shout out to my brothers. I love these boys. I tell Ooch all the time, ever since we've been doing this show for 4 years, I learn so much and I grow so much as a man, as an individual, as a parent, and the perspective that you guys give us and we give each other, like this is what communication is about, and this is how you grow as an individual, because God put each one of us here on earth to showcase a gift that He's blessed us with to make this world a better place. And today is a perfect example of that. So just shout out to my crew, to my guys.
Wakanda forever.
Alright, Shatima.
Yes.
We Marketplace, we appreciate you for letting us have the show here once again. It seems like it's growing and getting
my life.
We went for 5 to 9. We coming
I
up.
also want to give a shout out to the ladies in the audience.
Yes.
Say it with me, fellas.
Damn it,
my
my
Man, y'all showed out. Y'all had some real dope opinions.
y'all.
Man, hey, we appreciate y'all so much. Hey, all them helpers that was on the page talking shit.
All that shit.
We
This
bring
is
it
the
out
reason
of
why
our
we be having these opinions because they do a lot of that capping on the book. We give them the invite, they don't show up.
We don't do
These
Twitter
ladies
fingers
came
around
through
here.
and crushed it.
We don't do Twitter fingers around here. Hey, with that being said, I got info about Naperville Fest. Neo Soul Bands. It's gonna be some acts out there.
That's
Okay, Simon, thanks to you guys. We gonna get hooked up. We gonna do a show out there. Something like this.
Hold on.
I like reggae.
We got one more though.
That's my thing.
We got one more. I don't know if y'all, cause I never been. The Hyde Park Fest is back. I gotta go. I ain't got my ticket yet cause I'm waiting on the press pass. I think I'm gonna get one.
About the Civil War Fest.
No.
That's the same thing. No,
I
Hyde Park.
think like 5 minutes from there.
Oh, like we spend night at your crib.
Come on.
Man, we over there. I'm not gonna be at out that weekend.
Everybody bring their sleeping bags.
Boy, I ain't sleeping on no floor.
Also, I want to give a
That's
shout out.
10.
I want to give out a shout out to the brothers and all our fans that actually support the channel because you are right.
What up, Craig?
You have
Kevin?
to change the narrative. The show is about changing the narrative in a form of accountability. We have to look at and examine ourselves before we can change anything else. Starts with us first.
I agree.
So that's the narrative that we're going to continue to preach. Is accountability within oneself in order to better ourselves individually. With that being said, we're going to catch you